So we finished the Torah portion. So we're gonna pick it up in the book of Joshua. I believe we're up to Joshua chapter 9. And whenever we get a chance to, we go into the book of Joshua. And we're going to continue to go through the books. Hopefully we get through the book of Joshua. Go through the books that precede the Torah so we can get all that information, all those time periods. Okay? Been a couple of weeks since we've been in Joshua. So pick it up with the knife. Where we at? Give you a nice perspective. Go ahead. Start.
The book of Joshua, chapter 9, verse 1. And it came to pass, when all the kings which were on this side of Jordan, in the hills and in the valleys, and all the coast of the great sea over against Lebanon, the Hittite and the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite heard thereof, that they gathered themselves together to fight with Joshua and with Israel with one accord.
Right. So all these nations band together, kind of like the United Nations. Right? They all came together and said, we're going to fight against Israel. We're going to fight against Joshua. Okay? So all these nations will get together, but they're only going to get together to come against us. Okay? It's not the first time that you read in Psalms 83, tells you that all these nations came together to destroy Israel. Okay? Read on.
Verse 3. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and unto Ai, they did work willingly, and went and made as if they had been ambassadors, and took old sacks upon their donkeys and wine bottles, old and rent and bound up, and old shoes and clouded upon their feet, and old garments upon them. The bread of the provision was dry and moldy. And they went to Joshua unto the camp at Gilgal, and said unto him and to the men of Israel, we be come from a far country. Now therefore make ye a league with us. And the men of Israel said unto the Hivites, peradventure ye dwell among us, and how shall we make a league with you?
Right.
And they said unto Joshua, and Joshua said unto them, who are ye? And from whence come ye? And they said unto him, from a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of the Most High, thy power, for we have heard the fame of him, and all that he had did in Egypt, and all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon, king of Heshbon, and to Og, king of Bashan, which was at Hazeroth. Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spake to us, saying, take victuals with you for the journey, and go to meet them, and say unto them, we are your servants. Therefore now make ye a league with us. This our bread we took hot for our provision out of our houses on the day we came forth to go unto you. But now behold, it is dry and it is moldy. And these bottles of wine which were new, and behold, they be rent. And these our garments and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey. And the men took up their victuals and asked not counsel at the mouth of the Most High.
Right.
And Joshua made peace with them and made a league with them to let them live. And the princes of the congregation swore unto them. And it came to pass at the end of 3 days, after they had made a league with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelt among them. And the children of Israel journeyed and came to their cities on the 3rd day. Now the cities were Gibeon, and Shiphrah, and Beeroth, and Kirjath Jearim. And the children of Israel smote them not, because the princes of the congregation had sworn unto them by the Most High, power of Israel. And all the congregation murmured against the princes.
Right. So what? The princes allowed this league to go down, but the children of Israel, they weren't really happy having these nations around. All right. They had these Hivites living among us. The children of Israel wasn't comfortable with that. But the princes made a league with them, so they honored the princes of Israel. You know?
Verse 19. But all the princes said unto all the congregation, we have sworn unto them by the Most High, power of Israel. Now therefore we may not touch them. This we will do to them. We will even let them live, lest wrath be upon us, right, because of the oath which we swore unto them.
Right.
And the princes said unto them, let them live, but let them be hewers of wood and drawers of water, right, unto all the congregation,
right,
as the princes had promised them.
So what kind of job he gave them to do? Hewers of wood and what else? And drawers of water. I mean, now what? You give them a low job. Let them cut the wood. Let them draw the water. Don't have them in the mix of everything, right? They ain't sitting in the seat of no decision making or nothing. They're gonna dwell amongst us, but let them go ahead and cut the wood and bring the water. All right, draw the water for the cattle and things of that sort. You cut the wood for whatever structures are being built and things of that sort. We cut wood for many different reasons. You cut wood for heat. You cut wood when you're building things. So it was a constant work. So basically, we brought them in, but we put them to work. Okay? It wasn't out there just hanging out in our kingdom amongst us. They put them to work. Okay, read.
Verse 22. And Joshua called for them, and he spake unto them, saying, wherefore have ye beguiled us, saying, we are very far from you, when ye dwell among us. Now therefore ye are cursed, and there shall none of you be free from being bondmen, right, and hewers of wood, and drawers of water, for the house of my power.
Right.
And they answered Joshua and said, because it was certainly told thy servants how that the Most High, thy power, commanded his servants Moses to give you all the land, and to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. Therefore we were sore afraid of our lives because of you, and have done this thing. And now behold, we are in thy hand, as it seemeth good and right unto thee to do unto us.
Right, so he said what? So Joshua, the Spirit came to Joshua and he realized, wait a minute, these guys ain't come from far away. Right? They're just trying to mess with us. Right? So he realized, he said, you know what? You're going to be slaves now. Now you're going to be captives. Okay? And you're just going to do the work and be captive under the children of Israel. All right? Which is a position that these nations should be in anyway. Historically and biblically, that's what they're supposed to be. Right? They're supposed to be our servants. How are they going to serve us if they're not in the midst of us? They got to be around us to serve us. Everybody understand that? Can't serve us from a distance. So they got to bring them in. Right? And they got to serve. All right? Read on.
Verse 26. And so did he unto them, and delivered them out of the hand of the children of Israel, and they slew them not.
Right.
And Joshua made them that day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation.
Right.
And for the altar of the Most High, even unto this day, in the place which he should choose.
Right. So that's how the nations became our servants. Right? Because they try to sojourn with us, but that's not what we're supposed to do with these nations. When they're amongst us, they're supposed to serve us. And let's prove that according to the law. In Leviticus, the 25th chapter. (20, 44).
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 44.
Right.
Both thy bondmen,
right,
and thy bondmaids,
come on,
which thou shalt have,
read,
shall be of the heathen.
Shall be of what?
Of the heathen.
Shall be of the other nations. Read on.
That are round about you.
Right.
And of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids.
Read on.
Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy,
Right.
and of their families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession.
Your what?
Your possession.
And they shall be your possession. So what Joshua did here is according to commandment. So they want to be amongst us so bad? All right, well, you're going to be our slaves then. So they want to come, they want to be amongst the children of Israel. They can only be amongst the children of Israel in a servitude condition, or else they can't be amongst us. They're not to be our wives and our husbands and things of that sort. We're not supposed to deal with the nations like that. Anytime we deal with them, they're supposed to be in servitude. Everybody understand that? You can't even make them your leader, right? Or your boss. All right. I know in this kingdom they are bosses, but we don't want to. That's a condition. But you ain't gonna choose them to be your boss. Okay, to put yourself underneath them. Let's prove that also. All right. Give me Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 17, verse, start with 14. Start 14.
Chapter 17, verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee,
right,
and shall possess it,
right,
and shall dwell therein,
come on,
and shall say, I will set a king over me.
I'll do what?
Set a king over me.
So what is a king's job? To do what? To rule and to lead, right? So we say, okay, we're going to decide who's going to be the king here. Read on.
Like as all the nations that are about me.
Right.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Right.
Whom the Most High thy power shall choose.
Right.
One from among thy brethren.
One from among who?
Thy brethren.
You can only set a king over you if it's from your brethren, your nation, your people. Right? Read on.
Thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
Right.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
Thou mayest not put a stranger over you. So you can't say, yeah, you want to just, put yourself over you. Right? Joshua knew better than that. So they said, no, if you're going to come here, you're going to be servants, captives, slaves. That's the only way you're going to be amongst us. All right? You ain't going to have no seat of position or authority amongst our people. Okay? You have to understand that. A lot of you young men, you never know. In this kingdom, you might be building your businesses and things of that sort. Right? And you might have a position that you need filled. Right? At your company. Right? You know where to put who at. Okay? I'm gonna put him as your manager, and you got Esau managing your own people. Okay? But he could work there, he could, use your bag, swab the deck, clean the toilet, We find something for him to do, but he ain't gonna have no authority over nobody else. Everybody understand that?
All right.
Read.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee,
right?
Which is not thy brother.
Which is not thy brother. Come on.
But he shall not multiply horses to himself,
right?
Nor cause the people to return to Egypt.
Don't cause the people to return to Egypt either. What's that? Slavery. Exactly. You cause the people to return to slavery if you do that. You get your company, you hire Esau to run your company. Everybody in your company got to listen to him. No, you are. You just put us back in slavery. How do you do that? That's confusion. Okay? When you're dealing with these nations, they'll try to put you in slavery. All right? Those are the ones that do business with me. They know. Esau will try to put you in slavery and try to run you. But you got to show him there ain't no running us. You know what I mean? We are Hebrews. We do what we do when we do it. Okay? And the way, fashion that we say we're going to do it. Other than that, you got no wins or words over us. Okay? That's how you got to deal with these nations. You got to make sure you set yourself in order so they don't try to set you in their order. Right? You set yourself in the Most High order. Okay, read on.
To the end that he shall multiply horses. For as much as the Most High has said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way.
Right.
Neither shall he multiply wives to himself.
Right.
That his heart turn not away.
Right.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
Right. He supposed to get a whole bunch of wives, especially in these nations. Because why? It would turn your heart away. From what? From serving the Most High. Okay? You'll be distracted. Yeah, right? His wives is what turned his heart away, right? From serving the Most High. So he's supposed to be multiplying a bunch of wives if he's king. Okay? Read.
And it shall be when he sit upon the throne of his kingdom that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book.
Right.
Out of that which is before the priests, the Levites.
Mm-hmm. So what? What book is that? That law is supposed to be in the book. So he's supposed to have certain commandments that govern the king. That say, thou shalt not do these things. All right? All right? So that we have order, right? In setting up our, our hierarchies, our levels, that we don't do things out of order. Okay? So we're going to deal with these nations. We got to know how to deal with them. They can only be in a position of servitude. Right? They can't be in any other position. Can't marry them. Okay. Matter of fact, let's get that. I keep mentioning that. Deuteronomy 7. Yeah, 7 and 1. Deuteronomy 7, verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 1.
Right.
Where the Most High thy power shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it.
Right.
And he has cast out many nations before thee.
Come on.
The Hittites.
Right.
And the Girgashites. And the Amorites. And the Canaanites. And the Perizzites. And the Hivites. And the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Right.
And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them. Right. And utterly destroy them.
Come on.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Right.
No sure mercy unto them.
Come on.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Right.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons.
Right.
Nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son.
Right. So no marriages, no covenants with them. All right. So no, you can't be business partners. No, we can't own the company together. You can work for me. That's about as far as it's going to go. Okay? And you got to have a mentality like that going forward. Because when you deal with these nations, you got to understand, all right, that they will try to overcome you if you give them too much leeway. You know what I mean? You can't trust them to say, yo, you're going to do this part, and I'm going to do that. It's going to be a trust thing. Let's do it on a handshake, they tell you. I'm a trustworthy man. Right? Yeah. Scripture say never trust thy enemy. Okay? So don't worry about those handshakes and trust me words and all that kind of stuff. Always be circumspect. Use your mind. We are industrious people. We have entrepreneurs in this room. We have every kind of people in this room. Be aware when you're dealing with these nations. All right? Be aware with them. You can deal with them because they have the money. I'm not saying don't deal with them, but when you deal with them, right, be circumspect how you deal with them. Okay? Put them in a position of servitude. That's it. Right? They do what they got to do. They get paid for what they do. That's it. Okay? Them owning and running anything ain't going to happen. All right? We know.
For they will turn away thy son from following me. Right? That they may serve other powers. Right. So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you. Right. And destroy thee suddenly.
Exactly. So that's the jeopardy with that. That you mess with them too close, you get too close, and they're gonna move you from the Most High. So make sure you put that separation, that barrier between them when you're dealing with these nations. Dealing with business. Go back to Leviticus 25. Let's finish that up. Got a couple of verses there. Verse 46.
Yeah. The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 46. And ye should take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They should be your bondmen forever. For over your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall not rule one another with rigor.
Right. We can't make bondmen out of each other. All right. Sometimes you go to these companies and your own brother be harder than you than the white man is. You be like, man, you know what I mean? The white man ain't even that hard on me. Right? But he still want to be hard on you. Nah, ain't going down like that. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to deal with each other with compassion. Right? We're supposed to have honor everyone to his brother. Honor each other. So, you know, we deal with each other a certain way. We should have to be rigorously dealing with your own people. That you say for the other nations. Read.
That's right.
And if a sojourner or a stranger wax rich by thee,
Right?
and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor,
Come on.
and sell himself unto the stranger.
Why sometimes the stranger got the money, so somebody doing poor, they say, well, I'll go work for him because he got money, now I need money, you know?
Or a sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family. After that he is sold, he may be redeemed again.
You may be what?
Redeemed again.
Somebody can come and say, nah, man, you can't work here. I'm going to pull you in. You're going to work with me. Right? Read on.
One of his brethren may redeem him.
Right?
Or his uncle's son may redeem him.
Right?
Or any that is nigh kin unto him of his family may redeem him.
What does it mean to redeem? Mean to pay him off for. Come there, whatever he owe, pay it off, and take the man home. Take him out of that servitude. Because Israel not supposed to be serving these other nations. Everybody understand that? Read.
Or if he be able, he may redeem himself.
Uh-huh.
And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him unto the year of Jubilee. And the price of his sale shall be according unto the number of years, according to the time of an hired servant, it should be with him. If there be yet many years behind, according unto them, he shall give again the price of the redemption he was bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years, shall he give him again the price of his redemption. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight.
Right.
And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he should go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him.
Right, so even if he's still old, when the year of Jubilee come up, he's free. Because a man of Israel is not supposed to be captive to anybody, any debt. Okay, you're free. Why are you thinking, even in Esau's economical system, he's supposed to honor the year of Jubilee. Right, if you have credit debt, how many years is supposed to last until what? 7 years. On the 7 years, supposed to be forgiven. Now, of course, they don't do that. What they do is they wait for 6 years and then they sell it to somebody else and start the 7 years over again. Right? That's what they do. But it's supposed to be, if you held a debt, that 7 years, he can only hold a debt for 7 years. He can only do collections within those 7 years. After that 7 years up, he's supposed to give up supposed to forgive that debt and supposed to take it off your credit. All right? Where do they get this from? They get it from the scripture. Right? That's where they get it from. And it works amongst their own. But then Esau, he speak with a forked tongue. So what he does now is he'll hold a debt for 5 years, then he'll sell it to somebody else. And when the person put your debt in their name, it starts the 7 years over again. And then they do it again. And they do it again. Next thing you know, the same money you owing for the last 30 years. Wow.
That's how they get you to.
They call you trying to get you to, yeah.
Once you get on the phone and say hello, you start talking about that debt, that's it.
That's it. Now they got you.
Now they got you.
Yep.
All over again.
Now they can start efforts to garnish and collection efforts. So be mindful of that. Right? We know.
And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight.
Right.
And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him.
Right.
For unto me, the children of Israel are servants.
Right. The Bible said, unto me, the children of Israel are servants. The only people only thing we're supposed to serve is Yahweh. You understand that? We are his servant. Read on.
They are my servants,
right?
Whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt.
Come on.
I am the Most High, your power.
Right. So we're not supposed to be in servitude. I know we got jobs and things of that sort, and we in captivity. I get it. I mean, some of us got businesses, and you got to deal with certain nations, and but you got to know how to deal. When the Most High give you an opportunity, you make sure when you got to make that decision, you make a decision based on the commandments of the Most High. Yeah. Okay, that's what you make a decision according to. How you deal, who you deal with, all right, and how you deal with that person. All right. So this is the wisdom from the Most High. Okay, out of the book of Joshua, all praises. All right, so at this time, we're going to do the preparation, because Tuesday is the new moon, okay? All right, so we're going to have another new moon. It's always a pleasure to have new moon amongst the children of Israel, amongst the pages of the light of Zion. As we do all the time, we start with the elder, we work our way around the room. We're going to need someone to scribe. Who's going to scribe? Who's going to write down who's bringing what? But everybody answer at the same time. You do it? Okay, Avi will do it. We're going to go around the room. Everybody tells, everybody will be asked, what can you bring to the new moon? As we go around the room, you're hearing what other people are bringing, and you think, okay, well, I can bring this. And that's what we do. You know what I mean? We start with the men, and we go through the men, and we go to the women. Okay? At the end, if there's things still out there, we will contact those that are not here today to see if those things can be filled. Or if somebody can speak for somebody that's not here, or call them up, or say, hey, we're doing the list for Tuesday. What could you bring? Text them or whatever while we're doing the list. Then you can let us know such and such is going to bring this. Okay? Everybody understand that? Right? This allows us to make a full list and not leave any gaps. So, are you ready, scribe? All right. Laugh aloud. What say you? Stewed turkey and the blends. All right. Stewed turkey and the blends.
That's right.
That's some good stewed turkey too, bro. I think we're going down. I've been eating that stewed turkey for like, I don't know, 20 years now? About that long. I've been eating Lafayette stewed turkey from when he was chefing it up in Brooklyn. That's how long he's been bringing that stewed turkey. Hell yeah. He used to bring Lafayette, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We don't mess with that no more, huh? Now we got the blends. All right. I'm on.
Publix chicken.
Publix chicken. Chicken Publix. All right. Put me down for Kazakh Shita. I don't know if I get an opportunity to get that done. And put me down for some vegetables. Somebody got to bring me. I need some vegetables. Moshe. Marsha. Put me down for some Kazakh Shita. Strong drink. Tawala.
Some paper plates.
Put Shamwala down for some paper plates.
All right.
Right, we need that.
Yeah.
We eat it in our hand. Yeah. Kodash. Chips. You try to slide because the police ain't here. All right. Yeah. Chaos. Put him down as chaos. Oh, I'm kidding, Israelite. Well, I tell you, only in Israel. Asher. Monetary donation. Right? All right. Dead presidents, you know? All right. We only deal with Lincoln and Benjamin around here. Just let you know. All right. Seth. You don't know yet? You don't know who you're praying to? All right. See what you can pray. All right. All right. Israel. I'm gonna call you Israel until we get. Israel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard the other names.
You heard the other name too?
Yeah.
I told
What's me?
Well, anything that encompasses a feast, drink, food, fruits, salads, you know.
I'm bringing some kind of food. I got a friend who owns a restaurant now.
Okay. So, some sort of food.
I'm thinking fried grouper.
Fried grouper. Put that man down. Fried grouper. Lock that in real quick. All right, Israel. Fried grouper. Get that thing in the ink on the paper. Get that hand moving quickly. I got nothing more to say to you. You locked it in, dude. That's all I need to hear. All right, what you say? Put Karash down for the Rasta pasta or whatever you bring. All right?
You put Noah down for soda.
All right, yeah. Put down pasta, right? And then what's it again? Noah.
No.
Oh. Put Noah down for what do you say you're gonna bring? Drinks. Drinks and ice. Put them down for drinks and ice. Tell them drinks and ice, right?
Must bring.
Who?
A must bring.
Put down a mas for cake. Okay, there better be red velvet too. I ain't see that one yet. What? Cake too?
Red velvet. She makes it at her restaurant.
Listen. Yeah, locked in. Locked in. Why is the name escaping me? What's the name? I know. Humble. I know. Is it Anna?
Anna, yeah.
A, right? Yeah, Anna. Right. When you say I know, I can't do it. Anna. All right. Let's see. Are you going to bake the macaroni? Okay. He's going to bring baked macaroni. I'm just checking. All right. I know. All right. You say, I'm not going to bake it. I'm going to have it baked. I'm with you on that one. All right. Zion? Paper towels? Okay. Towels and stuff. Yeah, we need that. We need all man long for paper towels. Okay. Okay. Raymond coming back. Huh? Yes, come with me. If I'm Ephraim?
James.
I never call him James. I never call you James. I know James, but all right, James. Hey, it's your Hebrew name. I can't be calling you James. I usually call him Pari, right? Ephraim. Right. Okay. Drinks? Beverage? Okay. He bought some empanadas one night, but I tell you, that thing, it stayed in the mind after that. You know, it lingered in the mind after that. Empanadas was no joke. I don't think I ain't gonna forget those. I ate that. I'm like, man, this is good. Okay? All right. Hesketh, Huh? Levitical rights. They say James in Hebrew. Yeah. Look up James in Hebrew. It's in Hebrew. It's a Hebrew word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, James.
No, there's a Hebrew. Of course, there's no James. I'm going to find out what's the Hebrew word for James. Design. Okay.
There's a chance I might be late too. I'm gonna be closing.
Okay. What's your name again?
Fred.
Freya? Fred. Fred. Okay, we gotta get Fred. We gotta get Fred a Hebrew name too, right? Fred. Cornbread. All right. No Jiffy though. All right, just checking. No Jiffy. Anybody don't know? Okay. Aria. Fruits? Okay. What kind of fruits? It's like, huh? Strong fruits? Okay. Ain't gonna be no weak ones. That's for sure. Ain't gonna be no weak fruits coming up. We're gonna let no weak fruits come up in here. All right. Yakanan.
Yes, sir. I will bring
Monetary donation. All right, I hear you. Did you get Yakanan for the monetary? All right. Shemaya? Huh? Put him down for jerk something. You're gonna jerk something. I know you're gonna jerk something. All right. All right. Manuel. Strong drink. Okay. A lot of strong drink coming. What are you making? Make a Long Island iced tea with all this strong drink coming. Szechuan. Damn, Szechuan. I know you weren't trying to hide now. That ain't gonna work. Okay. So these monetary donations got to come to the front. Donations. All right. All right. Now we're going to come to the sisterhood. All right. The choir. Baked barbecue chicken. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sister Simone. Oxtail? It's like $8.99 a pound. All right, I hear you. Bring it through. Sis, I forget your name too. Moya. No, Noya with an N, right? Okay. I saw the test and I said Noya. I was like, Noya, who's Noya again? Noya. All right. Okay, cake and something else? Okay. Put Noya, Noya, right? For cake and something else. So you working with oxtails? Okay. Sis, you here Tuesday? Maybe Tuesday? Okay. Brianna? Gonna make a fruit salad? Okay, what kind of fruit gonna be in that salad? Okay, we'll check it. Put down Brianna for a fruit salad. Okay. Sister Wendy? I didn't hear her. Dessert? Some sort of dessert? Okay. Sister Lavender? Vegetables, that's what's up. All right. Sister in vegetables. All right. Yashpa? That's it. Well, Shawala just can't wait for the new moon. He's like, oh man, all this food, bro. I'm going to sleep. Can't even sleep. All right. I think I got everybody. I forget anybody. All right. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a glorious feast, as usual. You know, come out ready to enjoy the gladness of the new moon. You know, and take part in it. You know, we'll go over what the new moon is about and why we celebrate it the day of. And then we'll come into the celebration. We shall have a spread, the food, drinks, music, all the above. And everything that makes a celebration and a feast unto the Most High Yah. Good? All right, so any announcements that I need to, next week? I won't be here next week. Next week is the summit. Right. Okay, you know, also is bring a strong drink. Okay, you're gonna need a bartender at this point. Okay. That's gonna be shaking it up. Right? It's all good. Won't be here next week. I guess blah come Friday. And Moshe, you guys. Shabbat day? Okay. Thursday. Well, I didn't know about Thursday. But, all right, so, you know, we'll be out, the priest and I will be out in San Diego, California, representing Light of Zion, of course, always, right? Representing the East, Southeast when it comes to the Mashra Yasharala. You know what I mean? You know, these summits are put together for us to gather the information that all the camps have to bring to the table. So it's going to be a collection of many schools, their leadership, right, will gather in California, you know, and we'll have this summit. And, you know, we're going to deal with different topics, and when we come back, we'll bring the information in which that we, you know, that we gained at the last at the summit. You know, at the last summit, what was presented to us was, you know, the marriage certificates, okay, and documents of marriage, and what else was it? It was just marriage, right? It's documents of marriage. You know, it was only it wasn't yeah, it was just a marriage certificate, right? That was going to be used, you know, throughout the nation as documenting, you know, our husband and wives' marriages in Israel. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you are embarking on marriage and things of that sort, we do perform marriages in Light of Zion. All you gotta do is let us know, and we will take you through the necessary arrangements, as well as a few counsels and things that makes the marriage solidified before man and the Most High Yah. Everybody understand that? All right, so just keep that in mind, that we do have legal document in that, right? It doesn't bind you as much as the state-given legal document, right? But it does give some credibility to, you know, that can be held up in a court. If you have both documents, that this document will, how can I say, the laws, statute, commandments that's listed in this document will supersede the document of marriage. All right, so they can work together in conjunction, all right, or separately, either way. So if you don't choose to do one and not the other, you know, it would be through the spiritual document, right, which is signed and it's notarized and it's a legal document. It's not just a piece of paper. It does have tender in certain levels, all right? So keep that in mind, just solidifying the marriages that we have in Israel. Con?
Con.
All right. And when we come back from this summit, we will present what is it that we achieved at this meeting. Like I said, it's going to be elders from schools from all over the U.S. and some outside the U.S. We're going to sit and we're going to have a summit that lasts 4 days. So we're going to, be able to come up with some solutions for some of the situations that plague the various Knessets and congregations throughout, the different areas, different regions. All right, so that being said, we're going to close out the Shabbat service. Amadia Wapanya Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem. Amadia Wapanya Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
By Hashem.
Yahweh.
By Hashem.
Yahweh.
Kuras, kuras, kuras.
Kudash, kudash, kudash.
Kuras, kuras, kuras.
Kudash, kudash, kudash.
Holy, holy, holy
Holy, holy, holy.
is the name
Is the name
of Anoah.
of Anoah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Holy, holy, holy
Holy, holy, holy.
is the name
Is the name
of Mashiach.
of Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahweh.
Kwam Abanawa Yahweh.
Come up with our Yahweh.
Kwam Abanawa Yahweh.
Come up with our Yahweh.
Kwam Mashiach Yahushai.
Come Mashiach Yahweh.
Kwam Mashiach Yahushai.
Come Mashiach Yahweh.
Kwam Yasharala.
Come Yahweh.
Kwam Yasharala.
Come Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Hawa'ah.
Hawa'ah.
Dalanawa.
Dalanawa.
Hashabbat.
Hashabbat.
Bashalom.
Bashalom.
Babakushah.
Babakushah.
Shemai.
Shemai.
Zapalayim.
Zapalayim.
Barak.
Barak.
Barapah.
Barapah.
Bakazak.
Bakazak.
Wamakan.
Wamakan.
Bashma'il.
Bashma'il.
Akim.
Akim.
Wa.
Wa.
Akwathim.
Akwathim.
Babakushah.
Babakushah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Yachak.
Yahweh.
Shaitan.
Shaitan.
Yachak.
Yahweh.
Shaitan.
Shaitan.
Yachak.
Yahweh.
Kol.
Kol.
Rai.
Rai.
Rahayim.
Rahayim.
Yachak.
Yahweh.
Kol.
Kol.
Rai.
Rai.
Rahayim.
Rai.
Babakushah.
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 All praises be to the power of Amos and Jacob for his mercy to truly endure forever. We thank Yahweh for giving us the Shabbat day. We thank Yahweh for all the souls in this room. Bless that little sanctuary, the light of Zion. Continue to forgive us for our sins and blot out our transgressions and hold out our iniquity against us. For creating us a pure and clean heart, a heart that is willing to serve thee and to keep thy commandments. All this we ask in the name of thy Son, Mashiach Yahushai, who's our ruler, who's our Savior, who's our Redeemer, who was sent by the Most High to bless the children of Israel, that we may have the opportunity and a chance to turn back and keep the commandments in these last days. For this we are truly thankful, and for this we praise thy name. Let all that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Let all that have breath praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
By Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, Wadat and Yah, Amen.
Amen.
The Most High here. Hallelujah. There's no power like Yahweh, great King of the universe, always doing wondrous things. Let all Israel let's sing amen. Amen, 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 amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Amen, 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 amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. There's no power, great King of the universe, always true. As I go through the room, the most I be with you, to the around you, and bless you. Hallelujah.